Well, hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me today for my Quick Tip Thursday. In last Quick Tip Thursday, I showed you how I take the files that I buy, meaning the digital kits, and add them into a folder that makes it easier to be able to see all of the files in one spot. And maybe I didn't explain it well enough, but somebody was confused as to why I would even do that. So I'm going to try to explain a little bit better why I do that. Now, here is a kit that I have already bought from Medieval Mirage. It's her Maidens and Manuscripts kit. I'm going to download it again, and I'm going to show you why I do that. So I may just do a couple of them because, like I said, I have already downloaded this. So I'm hitting the download button a couple of times and downloading those files. So let's go to where my files are, which is down here at the bottom under Finder. And those are downloaded. And here they are. So we have 9 items, 10 items. Let me grab my pointer here and make it easier. So here is one, like I said, 9 items, 10 items. So if I wanted to look at these, I would open that up, and I'm going to get rid of that. And on each one of these, when I wanted to look at it, I would have to click on it, and then it would show it, okay? But if I wanted to look at the next page, I would have to close that down, go over here, click on it again, open it up, look at that page. Yes, maybe I want that page. Maybe I don't want that page. Then to look at the next one, I'd have to click on that and look at that. So it is a hassle to me to click on each one of these and be able to see what I want. Now I can make it a little bit bigger, but again, on my computer, I have to click on each one of these to be able to look at it. So then, say for instance, I want to go down here to the next one. I would have to click on it. And once again, as I look, I have to squint here to see what each one of these are. Then I want to go to the next one. I have to go over here. I have to go back and forth. Click on number 10, go and look, and maybe I can see that, maybe I can't see that. Now I'm going to show you once again why I use that program that I did before to put them all together. So I showed you in the last video the images PDF to PDF. Now, again, maybe she didn't quite understand, but most of your documents are already in a PDF format. What this does is I click on it. I want to choose the files that I want to upload. I'm going to choose them. I'm going to go over here. This was the one of the files. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to click on it, hold down my shift key, go all the way across, and upload those, okay? So they're uploading. That was quick, but I want to add more. So if you look down here in this corner right here, see way over here on the right-hand side, there's a plus sign. I want to add more. I'm going to click on that, And now I'm going to add more files. So I'll go back to my downloads, which I downloaded those. I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to click on those, press my Shift key, and take each one of those files and press upload. Now they're all added there. But I'm not done yet. I'm going to go way over here to the right-hand side, and I'm going to add more. So I'm going to add a file. I'm going to go back to my download file. I'm going to go to that third one. I'm going to double click on it. And now I'm going to add these. And if I hadn't already downloaded all of these, I would have downloaded all of those files from Medieval Mirage. But this is just an example of why I do this. Okay, so the images to PDF, they already are in a PDF file or a PDF format. What this does is it adds them to one file condensed. So down here, page size, okay, do you see where my little arrow is? I'm going to click on that. I want them to be letter size, which is our US 8.5 by 11 inch, okay? I'm going to create PDF, that little button there. I'm going to press that button, and you see it spinning. Okay, it's already done it, so it has processed my job. I'm going to now download it to my computer. I think I showed you before. Now this is on a Mac, but it'd be the same with your computers, I'm sure. So now that downloaded. Okay, now this is the difference. Now all 25 pages are in one spot. I'm going to go to my download file, and here's where they are. Okay, here's where they were previously. 8 items, 9 items, 10 items. They were all in individual files. Oops, sorry for the camera. So if I had not taken each one of these files and put it into that PDF file, I would have to click on the big blue folder and see that page, but it only shows that one page. So then I would have to go back to the folder, click on the next one, and then the next page would show up. Then I would go to the folder, click on the next page, and then that would show up. So each individual page, I would have to click on it to see it. Now, for instance, that was just some of the pages up there in that file. If I wanted to look in the pages that were here in this file, I would have to double click on it. They would come up, but to look at each one of those, I would have to double click on it. Then I could see it, then I could print it if I wanted to. But again, to look at the next one, I would have to click on it, and then it would show up. Okay, do you see how time consuming that is? Let's go to the next one. Here was the other file. Again, to look at the pages that are in this file, I double click on it, then double click on that page, and I can see what is in, what that page looks like. So to look at each individual page, I have to double click on it to look at it. Now they're all down here. You can see they're all lined up, but I have to double click down here in the Finder button and then go to each individual page to look at it. But because I converted it to this file, now all I have to do is click on it, and every single one of those pages, all 25, I'm going to go slowly. Maybe I went too fast last time. As I scroll down, all of those pages are in one file. That means, once again, I don't have to go through each of those blue file folders to look at these images. Every single one of them is in one spot. Now, you've heard me say this before. Medieval Mirage gives you more bang for your buck than any other digital designer out there. At least that's what I have found. Most of her kits are 60 to 70 pages. And so imagine if you buy one of her kits and it has 70 pages and you have to go through each little bitty file that has 10 pages in it to be able to download it. And the reason she has to do that is because Etsy only allows so many pages to be uploaded for you to purchase. So it's not Jaff's fault. That's the way Etsy does it. But if once you purchase them, you put them in a file like this, using that program I showed you, every single page you're able to see it very easily. Do you see how I'm scrolling through each one? I'm only on page 10. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit faster. There's number 11. Okay, if I wanted to go to number 12, there it is. Now, if I wanted to print only number 12, only one page, I would go to File, I would go to Print, I would go here, you see where I have the pages? You could print all of them. If I press that button and I had enough paper in my printer, I could print all 25 pages. But if I only wanted to print that page 12, right here, do you see where my little icon is? I would click on that. I would put the number 12 twice, and only that page would print. So this is the purpose of why I put these files, or all of my digital kits, into this kind of a program. It just makes it so much easier to be able to look at your digital kits. Now, once it's in this file like here, I would go down here to Finder, I would click on it, and I would delete these files. I don't need them anymore. Delete. Delete. Move to trash. Delete. Delete. Move to trash. I would do that because I have them all in this one compacted file. So I hope my explanation is a little bit better this time to show you guys why I do this and why I think that is such a valuable program, especially if you buy kits that have so many pages. Now, if you bought a kit and it only had 5 pages, you wouldn't need to do this. But with Medieval Mirage, you need this program. I'm telling you, you need it. You need this program. So anyway, I hope this Quick Tip Thursday helped you a little bit more in explaining why I think that PDF converted program is so valuable. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me today. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you on Saturday for Slow Stitch Saturday. Thanks, and bye-bye.